Dudettes, Mr. Theorist here, and welcome back to another Super Legends of the Flowerverse prediction video. This, as you can tell by the title, is a top 5 predictions for where I think the Super Legends of the Flowerverse, i.e. Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Arrow and Flash, will be at the end of the Crisis of Infinite Earth crossover storyline. So yeah, the predictions are kind of gone from most likely to least likely, but all of them are pretty damn awesome ideas. So yeah, that's kind of the order I'm going for, least to most. So let's just jump into it, okay? Number 1, the first prediction. The most obvious, I feel, if you know anything about the Crisis events. I kind of have a loose idea. I'm kind of know things about the comics that do too much, kind of mostly what my uncles told me. But from what I gather from the Crisis event is that there's many different ones, but I think the one they're going for is, the first prediction is that it's a crisis that means that the multiverse is imbalanced and there needs to be only one Earth after the event in order for it to balance out the entire multiverse. And that's what my first prediction is, that when this Crisis event is over, we are going to be left just with one. And that goes straight into my second prediction, which is slightly less likely, but I feel it's almost as likely as the first one. And it's prediction number 2, that the Earth that will survive the Crisis, the only one that will be left standing at the end, is going to be Supergirl's Earth, not the Prime Earth that we've been following all this time. Now there's a very good reason for that, and that is that with obviously Arrow ending, and you've also, with Arrow, you've got this future storyline that's taking place. You kind of need to tie that all up. How do you end Arrow's storyline without like having some weird... They kind of ended Arrow's already by going, oh look, Arrow had a happy life and his kid grew up and he disappeared at one point. His kid's kind of grown up in the future where heroes don't exist and she's the only hero left. I think that's kind of writing them into a corner in case they wanted to go really far in the future at some point, or if they want to potentially do any future storylines, they're going to have to make it tied to that. So I feel that if they kill the Prime universe, the Prime Earth that we've been following all this time, and have characters go over, then we totally nullify. Like, you can say like, oh, how did that future happen? Well, the Crisis event has been kick-started forward because of Reverse Flash. So any events that we've seen take place don't matter because now the Crisis has been changed because of time travel. So yeah, my second prediction, Supergirl's Earth is going to be the only one left standing. And that puts us straight into prediction number 3, and that is that Batwoman will be a different Batwoman with her TV show than the one we've seen in the previous Crisis event. Elseworld storyline we had. It's kind of a pre-Crisis event that we had. And in the Elseworld storyline, Batwoman was already an established hero. She's already got a gadget, she's already been Batwomaning for a little bit of time. So yeah, that doesn't tie into what we've seen in the trailers for Batwoman, where it looks like she's discovering that her cousin is Batman, that she gets a suit, she gets a suit made for her, and she starts crime fighting. We could say that's like kind of how they did with Arrow, where you slowly see her becoming Batwoman and she's already established. No, I don't think they're going to do that. I feel that because of the Crisis event, they are setting up the idea that Batwoman we've already met is going to be destroyed and killed off during the Crisis. And then in Supergirl's universe, this is where Batwoman begins to be established in modern time, now that everyone's jumped over to the new universe. That somehow got her involved, and now she has to remake, she's then becoming Batwoman herself in this new universe. Hence why it looks like it starts from the very beginning, because it's not the same Batwoman that we've seen before. And that way they can also alter her character a bit if they felt that the Elseworld version of her wasn't quite on point to what fans want. See? All nicely tied together. And prediction number 4, which is that we're going to get a massive cast change, not just Batwoman re-establishing herself, but a massive cast change altogether, that potentially Vibe could be killed off, that people like Killer Frost will return but be Killer Frost, because if you kill off a bunch of Flash's characters, but different versions of them exist on Supergirl's Earth, then you can make Vibe be Vibe and be ultra awesome and maybe even be a mentor to any future heroes because he's been Vibe for a very long time and honed his skills. And Killer Frost, you can actually have Caitlyn's persona killed off and purely have Killer Frost be like she is in the comics and also in the animated TV shows, where there is no nice side to her. She is literally just a villain of the rogue gallery who is out to kill and be a criminal, which I think is kind of cool. And to do with the cast change and the way people are getting all different and stuff, leads me into my final and most ridiculous prediction, which I think I would love, and that is that obviously Flash will have a new series, so he's still continuing, but he's on Supergirl's Earth. You can say why can't they help each other, but Arrow and Flash are on the same Earth and they don't cross over all the time, so it doesn't really matter too much. But Team Flash, they have kind of formula. They have Flash, he has his sidekick of the season, he has Caitlyn and Vibe. Maybe there'll be new versions, maybe we won't lose them, maybe we will. But there's always Harrison Wells, always a Harrison Wells. And because of how Flash's last season ended, when we found out that Abel Dawn still has the face of Harrison Wells, and he has altered his own timeline now, that I feel that the new Harrison Wells for the next season of Flash will be Abel Dawn Harrison Wells again. But Team Flash will have no idea. And it will be awesome full circle for how Flash started with Abel Dawn, Harrison Wells at the beginning, and then potentially this is Flash's last season, because if you look at it thematically, Arrow ends and then the next season Flash ends, and then you have Supergirl for a couple and then they'll end, and then you can then slowly integrate Batwoman into whatever new heroes there are. So this could be Flash's potentially last season. It's not been announced, but it could be, it might not, but imagine if it is and we're back to basically where we started. Harrison Wells is Abel Dawn again, and he will manipulate Flash into permanently defeating Flash. Not just, haha, I killed your mum, you thought you destroyed me, but not anymore, ha, I win. But we could actually have proper Reverse Flash, and now Barry, who's learnt after all this 5 years? Yeah, 5 years of becoming the Flash, and have them proper scrap it out. Because both of them have got the knowledge of being to the future and stuff. Barry was stuck in the Speed Force for a while, so that changed him. He lost his daughter because of Reverse Flash, so he's got that element to him. And it would just be awesome for a final season to have Abel Dawn back again as Harrison Wells, slowly manipulating things, and we see the manipulation, but they don't see it until right near the end, where we have the awesome mano-a-mano Flash versus Reverse Flash, final season villain. He takes on his nemesis. I think that would be damn awesome, but I feel that's too much of a hope and less of a definite, hence why it's the last prediction on this list. But they are my 5 predictions for how we're going to end up after the Crisis of Infinite Earth. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please hit that like button, leave a comment, tell me any predictions you've got for where do you feel we're going to be after the Crisis of Infinite Earth. And as always, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Subscriber count keeps growing almost daily now, and we want to hit that 200, and then we want to hit that 500, and then we want to hit that 1K. Help this channel grow, guys. Share this video with your friends, and I will catch you in the next video, guys. Bye!